Shalom Israel, and give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chokodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, who peace, blessing, and salutation to the elect. Just pushing His word. Lord, when this is edifying, this is a video. Salutations to you, brothers. This is a video. I want to do about an article from Fox. It says women breaks up with toxic boyfriend who demanded she follow 12 strict rules. What a psychopath, in quotations. So quote unquote quotations. It said what a psychopath. It reads a woman from West Yorkshire, England, has revealed she split with a boyfriend who demanded she follow 12 strict rules, which it's like a while on a trip with her friends. And real quick, I want to say these females, majority of these, the bulk of these females here raised in America in the Western society are taught not to respect the masculine principle, like COG would say. But and they grew up to be agents of chaos, meaning they lack order and they get a rise out of dysfunction. So now this dude sounds a little bit, he might be quote unquote controlling, but making the point that most of the time women don't really like order, or they're not properly trained to receive order because they weren't brought up that way for the most part. It says Zoe Schofield Zoe Schofield was reportedly away at a music festival when her now ex sent the instructions via text, which came in response to a question about which musical acts he would like her to photograph. The unnamed Will surprised Schofield with detailed guidelines, which began with orders for the woman not to dance like a slag during the festivals, which, okay, I can understand that. It says, how funny, my ex sent me stuff like this, then has the audacity to cheat on me. So here you had the transcript or the receipts, you know. So why are they contacting each other if they're quote unquote broken up or whatever the case? So it says, oh, well, never, Slocky, that was after the fact, but it says she cheated, he cheated on her, whatever. But it says, don't dance like a slag, like in Reflex. Don't get too drunk, no boys. And if anyone comes up to you and talks to you, tell them you have a boyfriend. Look after your drink at all times, and make sure no one puts OWT in it. Stick with blah 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 by the looks of the last night. Though mostly no one but you, four in your rooms besides blah blah blah, but he can't sleep. You can't go in anyone else's room. You let me know how everything I don't see nothing wrong with it. You see? I don't see nothing wrong with it, but he should have told her that. You have this conversation with your lady before she goes off on a adventure or whatever the case may be like that. Um, for him to actually say that means she's capable of doing such things. So I'm sure he's not pulling that out of his what. So I'll be out. But so she does she gets around like vast majority of these women do. They don't see anything wrong with a little flirting, being a little promiscuous. Believe it or not, a lot of these quote unquote women drink more than you brothers. Drink more than men. They get shit faced, so to speak, and they do things Hey, that's really stupid. This is Ecclesiasticus 34 and 24. Is that it? Is that what I want to? Ecclesiasticus 34. I don't think that's what I want. No, that's actually not. It's at 35. Because the book of Ecclesiasticus sums up a lot what I wanted to say. Ecclesiasticus. I'm gonna start with this one. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. It reads. It reads. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Okay, and above that it says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. So we know as Eve in the garden with Adam, the Eve was the beginning of sin because she ate of the apple, uh, which was which is equal to the philosophies and ideologies that has been seen, okay, since that time, meaning going off the paths of what was given by the Most High. So the woman was deceived and then became sin. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, because once upon a time in America, really, um, your woman was only allowed to be really out without you was was if she was going grocery shopping or getting um, different things for the house. She really couldn't drive vehicles. So we know by nature the woman is wicked, and that now are all women wicked by nature? No, but the vast majority of them are. So you give her no liberty to gad abroad, meaning you don't give her um, uh, 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 like you see here in this article, liberty to gad abroad, like being away in a festival, weekend festival with just her friends, with alcohol and men. You're giving her liberty to gad abroad. Now, uh, if it was me, either I would have been there, or I would know my woman enough to let that happen, and or I'll be there without her. But you have to really take a while meaning years, yeah, to get to know a woman, let alone a person. So when she's got a brawn, she has alcohol in her system. She has music. There's a lot of demons. There's a lot of wicked energy. So she's most likely going to be, quote unquote, um, trespass against you. It says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from the flesh and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. So in this society, if you give a woman rules that she's not supposed to do, um, which are very logical, it seems like controlling. It seems controlling. It doesn't seem controlling if you lay down what you allow from your mate. In my eyes, in a logical person thinking's eyes, I have nothing what was written, but you know, it seems that way when you're doing it, communicating over text message rather than on a cell phone or actually in person, so the female can understand where you're coming from. All right. Hey man, these festivals are wicked too. Okay. the Burning Man, things of that nature. Women scantily clad, basically being naked, loud music, a lot of drugs involved. There's nothing good comes out of that, man. Period. Raves, yeah, rave. I was, never into that. Raving, the raving community. This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 11. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against you. And that's really towards the Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, um, pertaining to them, because they have an impudent eye. Uh, Meaning they wander around um, looking for um, either a man that she can upgrade to or a man that catches her eye, meaning she's attracted to. So you have to watch over her and put her on quote unquote probation. Now, do you have to do that to every single woman that you meet? No, not necessarily, but it's far few in between that you're going to get a woman that's in order, so to speak, and that's on your program. It says, verse 12, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every head she will sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. So a woman, would have discretion in situations like here, meaning getting too drunk, being with friends who are single or not faithful to their quote boyfriends. It's a likely chance that she's gonna fall into the Tatiana stage, meaning she's gonna open up her, you know, box. That's what verse 12 I just read uh, uh, explains. So you can't marvel because it might come. It's bound to come. All right, especially with the Negro, Latino, and Native American woman. But nonetheless, your average American woman too. She's you can put her on the board as as this scripture as well, because we're living in the fallen world. We're living in Babylon. Okay, the city, the land of confusion where anything goes. So if you put women in this society, it's the fruit of it's going to be rotten, so to speak, man. So it says, according to Screen Grab, we have a conversation Schofield recently shared on Twitter. Her ex was also warned against getting too drunk, talking to boys, and keeping an eye on her drink at all times. And then he demanded that she stick with her friends at all times. Be ready to explain anything. Always send me photos in front and back, front and back of what you are wearing, so I can approve and say whether or not I think you should wear it. He includes as rule number 9. Yeah, so this all makes sense. It's all proper order. It says while your ex sounds like the most toxic, dangerous sociopath. No, that's what a cuck would say. That's what a punk that doesn't have a ruling mentality or king the mentality over your woman, because the scriptures say, "He that giveth the wife getteth possession." Now, this women who go to these different festivals and these raves aren't wife material. They're most likely concubine or thought material. So you treat them as such. Okay, you treat a wife like that. You monitor your wife. You monitor your woman. Okay, a thought is just used for sexual purposes. Okay, it says your ex needs to attend a mental hospital. What? The warning signs were there. What a psychopath. So it's a psychopath if you don't want your woman to be a slut. And what if he said, okay, okay, baby, go out there and do what you want. This your weekend. Let it all hang out. See, man, that's why the place has to go. So she can get ACDs and herpes, right? But he's crazy. If the woman he's popping, he has intentions for her how to conduct her behavior. You see, because this society worships women, man. Worships fertility. The mother goddess, the Jezebel spirit. You see, you give all this women options and you give them different things to do, man. They're gonna be promiscuous and they're gonna cause confusion. Okay, by nature, they might not even be conscious or aware of it, but they do. This is the last scripture. I'm gonna end it with this. This is John 4:7. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua said unto her, give me to drink. And I'm gonna skip actually, because this woman hits the point. And we get what Yahushua our Lord, he said unto this woman. He says, she says, Yahushua and said unto her, go call thy husband and come hither. It says, the woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, thou hast well said, I have no husband, for thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband, and thou sayest thou truly. So Yahushua was hip, okay? He was hip. He was on game. He had discerned her. He basically knew who she was and what she was about, and not how so much this, as time goes by into this society, the worst society ever, okay, the worst kingdom ever. These women love sampling penises and having different men, having options, okay. So it's not wrong if you have a wife, y'all going steady, or you have a woman giving her expectations. That's the only way. If she's not with it, you have to very consider getting rid of that woman, because that's a red flag. But whether it was edifying, all praise to Yahweh Bashim, Yahshai Bashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Who well, peace and blessed citation to the elect. It's pushing the word throughout the 4 corners, doing the truth sincerity. With that, shalom.